And I tried to pick material that would, not be too difficult to get into.
I'm done. Listen, Helper Dog, listen. You're just salty right now. You're going through a very depressive, manic state because you feel like you put so much effort into something and you're shit. We all go through it. I've gone through it like at least 40 times. It's all good. Just chill. What you need to do is you need to do something else. Yeah, you're shit. It's okay. It's fine. That's the reality of it. Listen, the distress is you think you're better or you feel like you should be better than you currently are. The genesis of SALT is the mismatch of expectations versus reality. You expect yourself to be good and getting points and beating people, but you're losing to them, and that's what's making you feel bad. You're having all these feelings about the way things should be versus the reality. You just need to stop having feelings, dummy. You're over here having feelings. Rookie mistake. We're playing fighting games. There's no room for feelings in fighting games. No feelings allowed. You're objectively as good as the results show you. If you're getting beat, you're getting beat. Now, it's not always easy to accept that, but you're putting all your eggs in one basket right now. Whenever I would get to this real depressive state about Street Fighter is because that's all I had going on at the moment in my life. And that's all I cared about. And if I couldn't even be good at this one thing that I put all my time into, I'm good at nothing, right? That's the problem. You need to diversify what you find yourself to be good at. Listen, we need to know that when we grind the RPG that is real life, we need to see that our stat points add up on the progress bar and we reach new levels. If we are putting in the grind and we don't see our stat points going up, it feels bad. The problem with real life is it's hard to really see when you level up. It's really hard to know if your grind is increasing your stat points. You need to do something else for a little bit. You need to go physically exert yourself, work out, go for a run, stretch, think about a different hobby, maybe create something, maybe do something else. At the same time, you can also try to have a more objective way of looking at the game to help you improve. Rather than rushing headfirst into ranked over and over, why don't you objectively improve at one aspect of your game? Why don't you go into training mode and learn a knockdown setup you didn't know before? Why don't you learn how to counter a string you didn't know before? Because all these little things that you add to your knowledge of the game, the sum is greater than the parts of the whole. You know what? English. These phrases mean something. Each little piece adds up to something bigger than some of its parts. If you do, that's what helped me with Street Fighter V was when I was really struggling, I just sat down, and I was playing Nikali in Season 1, and I figured out how to meaty my opponent off of every fucking knockdown. Because I was losing my mind, losing to people who I thought I should be better than. In reality, they were good at exposing the fact that I couldn't meaty them. They were mashing on wake up because they said, this scrub has no meaties. And I said, you're a scrub for mashing. You should just believe that I have meaties. I don't have to show you that I have them. And then so what I did is I just sat down and I just figured out every fucking wake up option I could. And then I noticed slowly that the thing that was causing me so much salt started actually rewarding me, and I would get free damage and counter hits and be able to beat people who previously always beat me. You need to sit down and stop running to ranked and losing and start working on yourself a little bit. Quick rise versus back roll is reactable. Depending on the type of knockdown, yes. If you're doing a bunch of movement to get up to them, it can be harder, but it's with practice, yes. In fact, you can go into training mode and practice this. I set the dummy to do quick rise or back roll, have them wake up with their 3-frame, and then you practice it. You can practice these things. So you need to just slow your roll a little bit. You must be a slow boy. Bro, you've only been playing since Season 2, you said? I've been playing fighting games since 2009. I ate shit the first 8 months of Street Fighter V after grinding the shit out of Street Fighter 4. You don't even know what it's like. You don't even know. I've been working so long. You don't even know. You feel like you're being owed something that you don't. You've actually worked far less than most people who are at your level. Okay, you're saying you don't, but you actually do. That's what salt is. Half of this shit is learning how to fight yourself. Because, you know, I'm a salty guy. I get salty on the stream all the time. But that's part of this whole thing, is me trying to fight that. That's like the darker side of me. You know what I mean? I don't want to be salty. I get salty all the time. Part of this is, you know, learning to combat that. What I'm saying is, on a psychological level, if you're getting salty, that's because some deep-seated part of you... Listen, your mind is not made of all agreeing parts. There's different parts of you that agree and hold contradictory thoughts at the same time. What I'm saying is, some part of you has some expectation that you should be beating stuff, even though you're not. Even if it's not your logical... the brain that is presented at the front level that you can read and interact with, some deep-seated part of you that you can't even control is doing that. You're constantly fighting different parts of your brain all the time. That's what half of fighting games are. I think it's mastering your own mind. Like when I'm getting salty, I know on a logical level I have nothing to be salty about. But there's still that emotional override that starts taking control. There's different currents and different flows of streams in your brain, all fighting with each other to take control of this meat bag, which is controlling the stick. And your job is to somehow captain these currents and make your hands press the buttons at the right time. So just chill out. It's a video game. Anyways, go for a run or something. That'll make you feel better. I'm out of here, chat room. You guys have a good night.
That I'm displaying. This is